Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Now it's Batistuta. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
That's really well manoeuvred. Ferran Torres. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Azar. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Neymar. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Camavinga. Oh, he's found support out wide. Not a hint of offside here. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to... Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, the ball's gone astray. It's a throw-in. Cross to the back post. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Neither side yet able to find the net. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lovely ball and a real chance now. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Neymar. Howson does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Azar. Oh, good spread. And here's Couch. Zanetti. And it's Xabi Alonso. Shock hill, try from distance! Brilliant from Ferran Torres! About as smooth as it gets! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
It's a good ball out wide. Couch steaming forward at pace. Oh, sweet feet. Alonso. And he's in on goal. Now, who's going to be first to this? Messi. And this is Azar. Always goal side. Oh, strongly challenged there. Azar couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
And it's Xabi Alonso. And he's there to clear it. Alonso. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. That is a great pick out. And it's Batistuta. Batistuta! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Sao Paulo really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Count receives it in a wide position. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Hazard. He is through here. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Tomori has a look and plays it forward. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Ferran Torres. And it's Zanetti. And this is Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! And it's come back out to him. Pinged towards the front line. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The teams separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
It's gone for a throw-in. Pull it. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Now it's Camavinga. Adams. Xabi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name, spread it left. Now it's Hazard. Ferran Torres. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Tomori. And Edmilson. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Ferran Torres looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a lovely, neat pass. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Hazard. Muscular approach does pay off here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And it's Hullet. Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, that's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Hullet. That has been slung wide. He's got away. That's tidy. Opts to play it back. Oh, right place, right time. Camavinga. Messi. And this is Batistuta. What's going wide left? Threads one in. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Done delicately. Khan claims comfortably. Adams closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Xavi Alonso. Howson. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Zanetti. Can he latch on to this? Camavinga. Great vision. Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Hazard. Oh, shooting chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Bullet, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Ibrahimovic, not the most accurate pass.
There they go, hunting again.
Messi, look at the space, having a shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Sao Paulo can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Tomori wins the duel this time. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Bullet. And it's Zanetti. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Batistuta. Nicely spread. Now it's Messi. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Batistuta. Well, that's clear cut, it's a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Totti. Ibrahimovic, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Bullet. Neymar. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Oh, super ball! Deftly away. And that is as far as it goes. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself.
Chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Suarez goes short, foot in, and now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get it through? Well, that's well seen too. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Well timed, excellent interception. That's going right the way across. That's the throw. It's a good ball out wide. Luis Suarez. And claimed it back swiftly. Lopez. DiMarco. And that's gone loose. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Carvajal with the clearance. Hazard, pull it. Oh, the ball's come loose here.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Now it's Hazard. Oh, chance for a shot! And one more try! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Hullet. Xavi Alonso. It's Ibrahimovic! And that was too close for comfort.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Oh, that's well spotted. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's fabulous. That's going across. And a header! This time, surely! Goal! Inter! The first significant strike. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
A first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Adams is the guilty party there, and that's going to be a booking. Carvajal has it out wide and in space. And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to dink it through. Oh, important interception. Kochu! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Roberto Carlos defending his court. Big chance! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Hullet. Hullet really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Carvajal is looking to influence the game from out wide. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Now it's Lopez. Neymar. Threads one in. Kochu delivers. Oh, great leap! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. Certain, searing, and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And now he has two. A case now of complete control. Zanetti. Couch. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Nicely weighted ball. And the finish! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And the shot, real chance! Oh, brilliant save.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find the finish after that.
Ibrahimovic. Now it's Kochu. Now it's Lopez. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Count. No way he was going to be out-muscled. And that is the end of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. 45 minutes to change their fate. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
It's Neymar! And how did he not make it 4?
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He is through here! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. Carvajal wants to run onto this. He's got away. Done delicately. He's rising! No, he didn't quite meet it right.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Bullet currently being consciously targeted.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Neymar has it in a wide position. Neymar! Off the post! Marquinhos. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Ibrahimovic. Nice sequence of passes, this. Bullet. And he's quick to return it. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that's a dangerous ball.
Bullet really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's destined for the flank. Ibrahimovic. Great, can he finish? And that's a good finish. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Still behind, but shot, surely! And that's a sharp finish. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased...
It's Roberto Carlos! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
That's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
And this is Ibrahimovic. And that was very necessary. Just a quarter of an hour to play. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Bullet goes for the shot. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Zanetti. Distributed tidily. That's where it came from. Dunk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Kukçu. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And it's Neymar. And he's lost his man here. Xavi Alonso. Roberto Carlos. Spread out to the left. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And he shoots!
Substituição.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That has not gone well. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Howson, nicely spread. That's good play.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
And this is
acréscimo.
Ibrahimovic. Kukçu. Inter Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And that's that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Atenção, o fumo só é permitido nas áreas indicadas no estádio.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Chance, surely! No, just not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
That's really well cleared. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos! Tremendous from Roberto Carlos!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
4 minutos do primeiro
It
tempo.
was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Salah. That pass has been well intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Howson. Couch has the space to scheme. Bellingham. And he thumps it clear. And it's Couch. And he cuts out the supply. He's looking wide. Looking for the run. Mohamed Salah has it out wide and in space. Tries to play it through. It's a goal kick. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Zanetti. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Azar. Roberto Carlos. He is just caressing the ball. And this is Ibra. Can he finish? This time surely. And it's come back out to him. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He's a sharp little ball here. Pull it. And it's Azar. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. And Azar. Roberto Carlos. Xavi Alonso. That's a good ball out wide. Count. Oh, sweet feet. Zanetti is onto this. Alonso. He'll try from distance. Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Sabani. Now Van de Ven. Bellingham. And it's Van Dijk. And it's Diaz. And that has left him in a heap. Knocks it into space. Hazard gets into a good position. Count. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He has a look up. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's in on goal. And here's Ibrahimovic. Shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He's gone for goal! Superb from Hullet! That is a gem! An absolute gem! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He such as the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Half-time coming up. And oh no, this does not look good. Now it's Hullet. Sabani. Now Van Dijk. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. Now, can they get him away? Engages and forces him off the ball. Azar. That has ended up in no man's land. Rafinha. Ball is over the line. Now it's Azar. Azar. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Hazard. And it's Roberto Carlos. And Zanetti. Look at the space here. Bullet! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
It's Salah! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Pull it. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And claimed it back swiftly. Great vision. Brahim Diaz. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Hazard. He is through here. And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Hazard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And this is how he's had a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. And this is Hazard. Opts to play it back. He's a big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And this is Hazard. Count! Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. Pullet does well to get it back. Howson is the team's great visionary. Hazard! That's a look and place it forward. Nicely spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Count.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
That's a decent clearance. Nicely aimed pass. Looking to play him in. Space for him to turn and look. Goes for a shot! Roberto Carlos. Hazard. Can he spark a counter here? Roberto Carlos. Van Dijk. And it's Bellingham. And he was quick to react. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hazard. Pedri. And Mohamed Salah. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Brahim Diaz receives it in a wide position. Out of play for a throw. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Looking for options for movement. Dahari unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Brahim Diaz. Pedri. And it's Bellingham. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. And he was alert to it. Hazard. Count, never the sort to be shot shy. Zanetti. To Couch. And it's Xavi Alonso. To Azar. Ibrahimovic. He might be in here. And the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again. And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Xavi Alonso, ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Now it's Hazard.
Oh, really well played.
He's picked his way through. That is lovely. And it's Zanetti. And here's Xavi Alonso.
Xabi Alonso really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Van de Ven. Sabani. Played out towards the right wing. The less said about that pass, the better. So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very leggy.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now that looks a decent ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Zanetti, and here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the referee brings it to a close. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We are just getting started.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and moves.
Can he finish? There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That was a given. It always was.
Ibrahimovic really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Ferran Torres. Couch. Great vision. And this is Azar. It's Azar! And he couldn't finish.
Hazard deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Pinches it off him. Pull it. And Zanetti. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Havertz. Pull it. Caicedo. Akanji. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And Caicedo, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Roberto Carlos. And here's Azar. Showing good feet. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Dembele. And it's made its way to him. Some good persistent defending here. Tries to pass it through. Plays it in, and he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zanetti. Couch with a reputation for taking on any shot. Xavi Alonso. Couch. Zanetti. Couch. And here's him, Ibrahimovic! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And this is Ibrahimovic. There's the shot! And he's there to get it away. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And it's Zanetti. Pull it, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs.
Manchester United really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Azar. Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Havertz. Nicely weighted ball. Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here. Xavi Alonso. And it's Couch. Ibrahimovic, given the lift of his goal. Played out to the left flank. Well read, and the danger is averted. Dembele opts for safety. And Caicedo. Hazard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Spread out to the left. Oh, well played. He got back really well. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Ibrahimovic. Couch ventures forward. Zanetti. Xavi Alonso. Pull it. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Ibrahimovic. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Ibrahimovic. And it's Xabi Alonso. Ball is over the line.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Ferran Torres. Xabi Alonso does well not to be outdone there. Marquinhos. And it's Roberto Carlos. It's Gullit. And the whistle goes for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And the shot! Heavenly from Havertz! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
And a chance! Goal! Manchester United! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United leading now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And here's Azar. Gullit. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's in a great position here. And the shot! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Now there's a fine ball. Referee has just said play on. Roberto Carlos. And it's Count. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Shot at goal! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Silvestre gets it clear. Alonso. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Ibrahimovic really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Good ball, good take. Gets a good foot in there. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Dembele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Kaut. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And here's Ibrahimovic. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Kaut. That's a good ball out wide. Pings in across. Oh, good climb! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
Coming on to replace him is number 5, Reinders.
Akanji. He's the return pass. Silvesh is one whose deliveries we all know about. Ibrahimovic. And it's Roberto Carlos. Wan-Bissaka. Caicedo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zanetti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Now it's Azar. He's picked his way through. And that is expertly dealt with. And that is well cleared. Pullet stood up well to him there. Now it's Ferran Torres. Nicely spread. Now it's Dembele. Great ball, and he's in here. Marquinhos. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Ibrahimovic. It's a really well-measured ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Zanetti. Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Xavi Alonso.
3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Havertz. No, he's not getting past him there. Now this could be a chance. Zanetti gets a foot in here. So that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cutting edge in the team, making himself a great option when they've got possession.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that was vital. Now that's well seen too. Roberto Carlos. It's Pullet. And it's Marquinhos. Played out towards the right wing. Backward it goes. And this decent chance! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
So, a breakthrough already. Rafinha. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. No way through, so back it comes. Oh, good-looking ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Spread to the right. He is just caressing the ball. Now this could be a chance. Shevchenko constantly looking for the ball into the box. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Zanetti. Couch has it in a wide position. Gerrard. Oh, this looks sharp. Xabi Alonso does well to get it back. And it's made its way to him. Zanetti, who does have an assist to his name. Rafinha. And here's Shevchenko.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Over to the right flank. Couch. Zanetti.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just eases him off the ball. Howson is the team's great visionary, and that could well leave a mark. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Rafinha, and it's Rashford. Oh, played right into his path. Bellingham is alert to the possibilities, but in the end, there's the shot! Oh, good finish! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical.
And this is Shevchenko. And the keeper's done brilliantly to thwart him.
That's just very composed. He held his position really well, and he made him make the first move. He was always in control.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. Chance for a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
That's the throw. Pull it. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. No foul, says the referee. Gerrard. Now it's Rafinha. Neatly clipped into space. Rashford looking sharp there.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
Picked out and he shoots! He's scored! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And it's Xabi Alonso. And this is Shevchenko. That looks a decent ball. Great, just the keeper takes a shot! And that's in! They are purring, truly purring! We knew what was coming, and he had... Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
He's found a way through. Tries a shot! He's got a goal! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Camisa 18.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Gerrard. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's looking wide. That is lovely. And he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! You've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? And that is well cleared. And this is Ibrahimovic. Bellingham. Oh, they can break here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Ibrahimovic.
Well, that'll certainly improve their mood. All the talking, both tactical and motivational, in that half-time dressing room seems to have paid off for the moment, at least.
And the finish! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And this is Ibrahimovic. He's had a shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Oh, good spread. Van der Ven does really well to win the ball there. He's beaten the last man. Roberto Carlos, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Rashford. Rafinha receives it in a good position here. And the shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And yes, it's him again. Manchester United now in a position far more desirable.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Rafinha. Now it's Rashford. Bellingham. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Rashford.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's Rashford! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Rashford really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Substituição.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Punched away. Real chance! And that's a real chance missed. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he...
It's counts! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Oh, super ball! Can he finish? Eze. Now it's Rashford. Nice physical challenge. Van de Ven. Could move up a gear here. And here's Zanetti. And here's Ibrahimovic. And the shot! He's got away with one there. So, third corner of the game. Xabi Alonso goes short. And it's Marquinhos. Chance! Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Eze. Now it's Mbappe. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, great chance! Now, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. It's not an especially good pass, that. Van de Ven. Howson. Hazard. And a chance! And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't...